Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports betting scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we got some more playoffs. We got NBA, we got NHL, and we have a full card of baseball, which we're going to start with baseball, then go to basketball, then go to hockey. Right?
Okay.
You're here the whole show? Awesome. So we have a full card to break down. Before that, a quick recap of yesterday. Not a huge card for me, only 11 plays. I should have gone, we'll start with baseball. Went 2-1-2. If I would have gone full games on the unders rather than first fives, I would have gone 5-0. My bad, 4-1. I had the first five under 5 in Chicago and Boston. It pushed. The full game finished, I think, 4-2. Cleveland money line comes through. That was a nice little winner there. Detroit first 5 -0.5. We faded Randy Vasquez because I have him circled as a huge regression candidate, and he got hit up yesterday. That was very nice to see. The Braves first 5 -0.5 was my only loser of the day. They end up tying it up in the bottom of the third and weren't able to do anything else after that until the 8th inning. Which I can't believe they didn't cover the run line in that game for the full game as well. But it is what it is. And then I pushed. This one was very frustrating. I pushed Toronto-Houston first 5 under 4. Why was that frustrating? Heading into the bottom of the 5th, it was 0-0. The Astros put up 4 runs in the 5th, bottom of the 5th to push the total. And that should and the game ended up finishing 7-0. So the full game under would have hit. So that was very, very frustrating there, but it is what it is. It happens. That's baseball. In the NHL went 2-3. I doubled up on Montreal. And it took an overtime goal for Washington to squeak out a win in game 1 against Montreal. I'm not worried whatsoever. If that's the type of performance we get from Montreal in game 1 on the road, I feel very comfortable they can go in. That game told me that they can compete with Washington. They can go into a game in Washington and potentially steal one. And I think that they can do pretty well in Montreal as well, especially knowing how the Bell Center there is going to be when Montreal comes back home for game 3. St. Louis Blues fall 2-1. I will be on them in game 3 because I like backing home teams down 2-0 in the series. That is just something I do. And I will be on the Blues in game 3. And if they lose that game, I'm done. I'm done with the Blues. If they're down 3-0 in that series, I'll leave it. I'll let it go. I'm very, very high on the Colorado Avalanche. I was on Dallas last night, though. They did win in overtime 4-3. That's another spot. I think when that series heads back to Dallas, though, for game 5, the Avalanche will be looking to close out the series. So I got Dallas, and then another spot where now I think could be an interesting time to maybe go ahead and bet the Oilers to win the series. I got the Kings at -120 last night, and they won. That was a little bit more sweaty than I thought it was going to be at the end there. As it was, I believe, 4-0 Kings, and the Oilers came all the way back to tie it up before the Kings scored with less than a minute left in regulation to win 6-5. So that was that. I had one play and one play only in the NBA. I was looking at a second play, never pulled the trigger on it. I would have gone 2-0, but I got the one I got, Detroit plus the 7. They went outright against the New York Knicks. I thought that line was too wide. I thought they would learn from their mistakes in game 1, and that's exactly what they did. 100-94 win over the New York Knicks. Now we're tied heading to the Motor City. And when you are a road team in the playoffs, I think it's an absolute win to go back home tied 1-1. I think there's no, you're thrilled. So that means you've stolen home field or home ice or home court and now you can go ahead and try to hold suit at home. So Detroit, I like the way Detroit looks in this series so far. They played really well in game one, other than the one bad run, and they played really well last night. So I think definitely the Pistons can compete with this New York Knicks team. But overall, yesterday up 1.10 units, and I've already moved on all 4 hockey games today, beating a couple line movements as well.
Yeah, I will say it was a profitable day yesterday. I mean, a couple of things could have made it even better, and it was kind of annoying. We go and we started off the day with a nice winner with the Gavin Williams day. Because I was on the fence with it. You kind of liked it. I ended up putting the Guardians up on the site. We cashed a nice run line, Nick, at plus 150 with the Detroit Tigers. That was really, really nice. Nice plus 150. So I was happy with that. And you know what? We lost the Braves because we laid a run line. But to be fair, I'm never laying a -1 line at, what was it, -140?
It was something like that. Yeah, no.
It's stupid. I'm never laying that number. Never.
I don't even know if we're allowed to lay those type of numbers on the site.
No, we're not allowed to lay anything over 150. But I'm going for the plus money every single time. If it burns me, I don't care. That's how I bet. If people have a problem with it, they can leave. I know I've already and I don't care what certain people say. That's how I bet. It's not how I don't care how you bet. It's how I bet. I've been able to make money on baseball. We had a very, very good baseball year last year. We were up a chunk of money. Why were we up a lot of money? We hit a lot of big plus money run lines. That's what we did last year, and they cashed. We're gonna keep doing it. Detroit Pistons plus 6.5. I wish I took them outright. The Knicks are gonna get bounced in the first round. They should trade Jalen Brunson for a bag of potato chips. They don't know how to use them the right way. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, that's a stupid comment to say. Your Blues did not get there, but it was a close game. Dallas in overtime. Nice winner there. The Kings -130. Nice winner there for you. And it took the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard having the game of his life to win by 3 points. Like, that guy didn't miss last night. Well, that was so every single time I see him shoot the ball up, I'm like, oh, that's going in. Oh, that's going in. Kawhi Leonard went 15 for 19 last night with 39 points. Dude, if he has an average game, the Nuggets are winning that game by double digits. But he has the game of his life, and the series goes even heading back to LA. I still think the Nuggets win the series. I'm not worried about it. It's one game. Both games have been really close. I think all 5 to 6 to 7 games are going to be really close in the series. So that game will be on, I believe, Thursday is the next time the Nuggets play. Yeah, Thursday will be the next time the Nuggets play. The Clippers are 4.5-point favorites in that game already. And by the way, next time the Knicks and Pistons play, the Knicks will be 1-point road favorites.
Oh.
So figure out to throw that one out.
I think that line's about right.
But ultimately, Nick, up 2.82 units yesterday. Could have been profitable. It could have been more profitable. With Atlanta maybe not allowing 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning. But it is what it is. These teams all have the same Twitter hashtag: Go Habs Go, Go Jets Go, Go Avs Go, Go Kings Go.
Yeah.
Update. Another little update. But hey, it's not a losing day. We'll take it. Yes. Hit my same game parlay over 1.5 bases with Lindor and the Mets money line I gave out. There you go. How about Francisco Lindor getting hot? 4 home runs in 3 games. He is definitely not the same player that went, 1 for 11 in the first series. And he will continue this, or he will continue to be hot the rest of the year. And I'm excited to see what this team can do once they start hitting more. 2 minutes late. Shut up. Time to trade Joker for 5 first-rounders. It's over. It's not over. Joker 7 turnovers. And he had a triple-double. He was still positive on the floor. He's still the MVP. He had whatever. He was, that's what 7 turnovers. That's what happens when you try to get as much assist as you can. Hello. Clippers versus Nuggets, such a good series. It's going to be a really good series. It's not a playoff series until a road team wins a game. There you go. I'm going to skip you. Blues are cooked. Earle, over. Sorry.
Probably they are.
Every superstar flops as part of the sport. You know that the Jets have the most points in hockey next.
No, really? Is that what the President's Trophy means? Wow. I can't believe I paid attention to all the season of the NHL and didn't know the Jets. Yes, I knew that. I don't care.
Ant-Man's going to put Luka in a spider web tonight. I'm going to be against him.
We'll get to that one. I don't think so.
Whoa, what? Most points?
I'm stunned. I can't believe it.
Nah. Oilers game. Yeah, we had the Kings in that one, so we were happy. Who runs bets Earle? They blocked me. I was tired of you tagging that account in stuff. I don't care. So just kind of leave that one alone. That's our business account. Please don't mess with that one. Having the Nuggets lose makes up for the Knicks loss. Nuggets are first round, getting bounced first round. Everybody's saying that. What's up, Nicholas Handy? Future Cup champions play today.
The Avalanche played last night. I don't know. Oh, the Lightning maybe?
The Leafs play today. Nuggets are done. Old and slow. No. Castellanos. That's one thing I also put out yesterday. I tweeted it out saying everybody's on it. I don't like it anymore. Give me Nick Castellanos under a hit at plus 170, and I hit it. He went 0 for 4. Stop the 1.5s. No. Hey, 446. Go to here. I'll show you something real quick. I know I don't like giving him the attention or whatever. It's probably useless to do this. We're gonna go over to the picksandparleys.net website. We're gonna pull up baseball, and we're gonna show you. No, I want all time. Apply. Windows. Here we go. Look at this. On. It won't zoom in. You're annoying. All right. 2024. We went 386 and 383, up 4,300 on the site. Guess what most of our plays were? Minus 1.5 run lines that were big plus monies, and we fucking hit them. Guess what? We're profitable all time in MLB. We're up a chunk. We're up this year. Hold on. We're up this year. 75 and 73 in baseball, up $644. Guess what? We lay run lines. Shut the fuck up. I have a problem with it. I don't. Love puck lines and run lines. Hell yeah. You see why they rest Kawhi Leonard all year now, so he could dominate in the playoffs. Only comments on your Twitter posts if we lose. Yeah, and he'll and then when he does make a winning comment, it'll be a sarcastic one. Game of his life. Yeah, when you shoot 15 for 19, yes, that's the game of your life. Tim, bet me $20. Nuggets get bounced. Deal. Drewski, follow me on, message me on Twitter. We'll confirm it. Yeah, acting like Kawhi is average star. He's not. Robbie blocked me. I don't care. Can you talk me off of Senators? No. Oh, yes, we can. Leafs for the cup. But we tolerate them. Here is for the baseball contest. If you have a problem with any of if you want to shut us up, if you want to show us up, especially Nick, I'll be honest, I haven't put stuff into the contest.
You need to.
But Nick's been running it, so there you go. Put your plays in the contest. If you don't put your plays in the contest, you have no right to talk shit about anything we do in baseball. Talking about you, Mr. Numbers. Put something in or we're going to block you. Told Drew to make that bet yesterday. Lindor's a fluke. You're a fluke. He ain't going to do it. Probably not, especially going back to LA now. Go Sens go. Earle acting funny. Nope. Then time him out. Tim knows. Go Leafs. Yes, go Leafs. How about whoever had the Mets -1.5 last night? That was brutal. Guess what? Nobody did. Nobody did. But you give it back this year? No. 1.5 bets. No, we will not. What are your guys' unit bets? Depends on what we're doing. It depends. But we're not going to give out that information here. Yeah, -1.5 are great plus money. And guess what? You don't have to hit every one of them. But, and people will see the recency bias. Yes, the last 4 run line losers that we had, the team won by 1 run. So we're sacrificing, hopefully getting a little bit better juice for a push. Because guess what, Nick? What do we play to do? We play to win bets. I don't play to push bets. So there you go. We'll start off with the Yankee game.
Yeah, let's get started. We have the Cleveland Guardians taking on the New York Yankees. The Yankees are -115 road favorites, a total of 8.5. Line opened up. Guardians -115. It's now Yankees -108. So we do have a dog to favorite flip here for those Bronx Bombers. Line opened up 8.5 at plus money, plus 105, and now it's an 8. It's now an 8.5 at -110. So we do have a move towards the over here as well. We get up the cash flow in this game here. To nobody's surprise, the public is on the Yankees. 74% tickets, 82. 75 and 72 now. It just flipped. But the line has gone from dog to favorite for the Yankees, so I'm okay with that type of market. 92% of the tickets and 95% of cash on the over. The line is moved towards the over. We have Will Warren taking on Tanner Bybee. And I understand why the line's moved towards the over here, Tim, because both these pitchers have a 5 in front of their ERA. Will Warren has not been particularly great. He's still a young guy, though, 25 years old. He was one of the top pitching prospects for the New York Yankees. This year so far, he's made 4 starts. He's 1-0 with a 5.17 ERA. 15 2/3 innings pitched, 9 earned runs, 13 hits, 16 strikeouts, and 9 walks. He's pitched twice at home, twice on the road. He pitched on the road at Pittsburgh and at Tampa Bay. And then he pitched at home against San Fran and against Arizona. His better starts have been at Yankee Stadium compared to what he's done at on the road. Because he did have an appearance in Pittsburgh. He gave up 4 runs against Pittsburgh. He gave up only 1 run in Tampa Bay, but that was only in an inning and 2/3. He threw 53 pitches. I don't know what happened in that game. On the flip side, Tanner Bybee has not looked good. And I expected better from Bybee this year. I mean, he was the quote-unquote ace of the staff last year. He was the game 1 starter in the playoffs, and he was just somebody that was very, very reliable. Granted, 3 of his 4 starts have been on the road so far. This is his second home start. And his only home start, he dominated. Dominated. He went 4 2/3, but he didn't give up any earned runs. 2 of his road games, he gave up 6 earned runs and 7 earned runs against the Angels and against Baltimore. He did shut down KC on the road to start the year. He's thrown to a 5.85 ERA in 20 innings pitched. Not a game I'm getting involved with. I want to say I expect better from Tanner Bybee. I do. And I think he can pitch well at home here. But my lean for this game is the Yankees in this spot. I was on Cleveland yesterday. I lean Yankees today. I don't think I'm getting involved with it, but it would be New York or no bet.
Yeah, no. I would be going back to Cleveland, or if anything. I don't trust Warren. And I think I think you're going to see a distinction. The Yankees are going to be obviously a lot better home team than road team. They're off to a 6-5 start on the road, but I do think the Yankees will end up struggling on the road. Cleveland has been really good as of late. They've won 4 in a row. They're now 4 games over 500. I believe they're close to first place in the division. They're a half game behind Detroit. So they are getting close to being in that first place spot like you said they would be. Obviously, I was more on the Royals. But obviously that's not gonna work out this year. I think that there's a decent chance that I'm sorry, not decent chance. I'm taking the Guardians here. I'm going to take the Guardians money line. Like I think it's like minus 105. I'm going to roll with that. So give me the Guardians here, Nick.
All right, so we differ on this first game. I would only look the other way, but it is what it is. You're all good. Back to the channel. We'll move on to the next game.
Run line. So you're betting a run line here? Okay. Guard smash. Indians money line. Yes, Indians game over 8. Never bet the Yankees on a Monday on travel day. Money fade. I hope they lose too. I bet some games last night. Got beat on the Indians, but got the over. Nice. Yankees ain't that good, especially on the road. These Indian bats are at home are great. Yankees got such a trash bullpen. I think the bullpen's going to suffer the more they go through the year.
I think the Yankee bullpens are one saving grace.
Well, here's the deal. I think if they're going to struggle more as the year goes along because the starting rotation doesn't go deep enough in games.
See, I think the biggest problem right now with the Yankee bullpen is that Pete Alonso broke Devin Williams.
Yes. This is the year Indians playoff revenge from last year. This is their World Series. It's not their World Series. Just because it's the Yankees doesn't mean it's their World Series. Do we have the stat who hits good versus righties versus lefties yet, Nick?
I can get that up in just a couple minutes.
Okay. 15 innings pitched, 9 earned runs. Warren is going to get smacked. I agree. What up, boys? What's up, wine time? Welcome. These Indians are going deep in the playoffs this year after winning the division.
Yeah, wine time?
I don't know. Real MLB cappers use MLB Savant for stats. Okay. Wine time, your Lakers are done. Lakers bounce back today. Yankees don't have a trash bullpen. Coyote, get a clue. Best in the East. For now. But the more wear and tear that the Yankees starters will put on the bullpen is going to hurt this Yankees team. We saw it last year with the Cleveland Indians, where their starters didn't go far. Their bullpen was dominant. And then look at what happened to the Cleveland bullpen in the playoffs. It got beat up because players were making their 81st, 82nd, 83rd appearance of the year in the playoffs, which you shouldn't have. An average year for bullpen pitchers is 65 to 68 appearances. And you had certain Indian pitchers going 74, 75, 76 starts or appearances in the regular season. And then 80 plus once they hit the playoffs. The Yankees are going to kill their bullpen. Yep, I'm clueless. Yanks BP kind of saved them getting slaughtered yesterday. Their bullpen. Okay, their bullpen is good for now. I'm not saying that their bullpen is bad right now. I'm saying it's going to get worse. Lakers winning today, I agree, and we don't care about shares. This is a sports betting channel. We don't care about that stuff. How about this game, Nick, which Max Myers yesterday was awesome. 14 strikeouts. Exceptional. You good?
Am I here? Whenever I get up new pages, I lag. So, yes.
You're muted.
Am I good now?
Yep.
All right. We have the Miami Marlins taking on the Cincinnati Reds. We have the Reds -115, -120 road favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Line opened up 116 for the Reds. It's now 115. Line opened up 8.5 at +100. Now it's 8.5 -105. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, 70% of tickets and 72% of cash on the Reds. The line's not really moving. 92% of tickets and 92% of cash on the over in this one here. We have Nick Martinez taking on Edward Cabrera, your pitching matchup here. We have Martinez kind of struggling to start the year, a 6 ERA so far in his starts. He has made 4 starts, 2 of them on the road, 2 of them at home. He's thrown 21 innings. He's 0-3 in his 4 starts, giving up 14 runs on 23 hits, 19 strikeouts, and 7 walks. I think I am about one bad start away from taking him off my rotation. He was pure money for me last year. He's not been the same this year. He took his qualifying offer and fucked off type of thing there. Edward Cabrera has made 2 starts so far. They've both been at home, and he's thrown 9 2/3 innings. He's 0-1, 6.52 ERA. He gave up 5 earned runs against the Diamondbacks, and he gave up 2 earned runs against the Nationals. I think Edward Cabrera could be fine in this game. And that's kind of where I'm leaning in this spot is with the fish in this one here. I want to take a look at what the bullpens look like in this spot. But I think this is Cincinnati or no bet, or not Cincinnati or no bet, Miami or no bet. And it's just figuring out whether it's first 5 or full game. But I am interested in the Miami Marlins in this one.
I kind of want to go over here. I don't like how Martinez has started this year. And actually, I kind of agree with your Marlins take because Martinez, the Reds are 0-5 in his starts. Granted, one of them was not his fault. One of them was an extra innings loss, so I don't really count that as starting pitchers really that bad in that one. On the opposite side, you got Cabrera, who has started 2 games, has allowed 7 earned runs and 9 2/3. And the Marlins have lost both of his starts. Both of these guys are having rough time start to the year. I don't really think I can back a side in this one. I think if I'm going after anything, it's the over. When I look at the Reds have actually gone over in 5 straight games, so I kind of like that. On the opposite side, the Marlins lately have been going over as well, 5 straight, and wow, 9 out of 10. Yeah, you know what? Sign me up. I'm going to go over in this game, Nick. Over 8.5 in the Marlins-Reds game. These 2 teams been heavy over teams as of late, and you got 2 pitchers that are kind of struggling to start the year. So I could easily see this game being a 4-4 at one point. Give me the over 8.5.
I think I'm going to move on the Marlins first 5 in this game. I think that's where I'm going to go for this one.
You're a little bit laggy, but that's fine. Reds money line, Reds smash, Reds team total over. Wine time in this bitch. Mo Harris, don't care. We're not fading the fish. You're not really funny. Get a new joke. The bullpen is terrible for Miami. Everything's terrible for Miami. Over 8.5, Marlins ballpark is an over stadium. I agree. Earle de la Cruz over his bases. If I think this game is going over, I expect Earle de la Cruz to do something. So, sure. Earle runs $1 million podcast with a $5 computer. This is, trust me, a not $1 million podcast. If it was $1 million podcast, I wouldn't have to work at Costco. Anyways, no, don't do that. Reds almost came back because of the bullpen. And I think the bullpen will end up giving us runs in this game too. So that's why I like the over. All right. No. Let's keep on rolling. We got the San Diego Padres and the Detroit Tigers. It's a pick'em in this game with a total of 7.5. We get Nick Pivetta taking on Jack Flaherty. The San Diego Padres tied for first place in the MLB with the Dodgers and the Mets for the best record. Surprisingly, all those teams in the National League. Who would have thought it? No, I'm kidding. Not really surprisingly. Nick Pivetta and Jack Flaherty. Nick Pivetta this year has started 4 games. He's 3-1 with a 1.57 ERA. 3 out of the 4 runs that Nick Pivetta has given up this year was in Wrigley Field with the wind blowing out. Other than that, he's allowed 1 run total to the Atlanta Braves, the Colorado Rockies, and the Chicago Cubs at home. He has been nothing but solid and a very, very good pickup for the Padres. On the opposite side, you got Jack Flaherty, who came back this year after getting traded at the deadline to the Dodgers, won a World Series, then came back to the Tigers. He's pitched 4 times this year. The Tigers are 1-3 in his starts. The only win was against the Chicago White Sox. He's allowed 600 runs in 21 innings. So I'll say most of the starts was not his fault. In fact, he has a 1-1 record. The only loss was when he allowed 3 earned runs in 4 2/3 to the Milwaukee Brewers. And the Milwaukee Brewers won that game 5-0. Personally, I like the under in this game. And I love both these 2 pitchers. I have been a Nick Pivetta person for a while. I always thought there was value whenever he pitched. So I've always liked Nick Pivetta. Jack Flaherty has looked solid. Give me the under 7.5 between these 2 squads, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that look. Let's take a look at the line history real quick for this one, where we have this line open up at a 112. It's now down to a 110 for Detroit. This line opened up at a 7.5 minus 115. It's down to a 7.5 at even money for the over. So this line's moved 15 cents towards the under in this spot. We have 58% of tickets and 72% of the cash is on the Padres. The lines move slightly towards their direction. And then we have 86% of tickets and 81% of cash is on the over in this one here. That does make me kind of do like the under. I want to take a look at what the conditions are for this game weather-wise. But I can definitely understand your under look here in this one. 2 pitchers that I kind of like. Pivetta has been awesome. Granted, it's been in a lot of his starts have been at home, but Detroit's also another very nice ballpark to pitch at, very similar to Petco. And I think I think what we're seeing from Pivetta is finally his potential when he doesn't have to pitch in Citizens Bank Park or Fenway Park. Because I think those stadiums definitely did not help him. He'd be around 61 degrees at first pitch with the winds blowing about 7-mile-an-hour winds from right to left. And then it's going to transition from going from right field towards third base. So wind blowing in a little bit in this game as well. I can definitely see this game going under the total. I like both these bullpens as well. So I think this would be a full game rather than a first 5. I'm going to look at what the bullpen availability is for some of these for these teams. Will Vest threw 10 pitches yesterday. He could be available. Brendan Hennefy threw 26 yesterday. And Brent Herter's thrown back-to-back days. Tyler Holton should be available. Tommy Kahnle should be available. Probably Kenta Maeda would be available as well. And I think that Flaherty can go decently deep into this game. On the flip side with the Padres, this is a bullpen that Logan Gillespie threw 46 yesterday. Yuki Matsui threw 27. Wandy Peralta threw 13. Estrada's available. Adams available. Suarez is available. Jacobs available. Morahan's available. So all their top guys are available. The ones that they threw yesterday, I'm not a fan of Yuki Matsui, and Peralta will be available, and Gillespie is that doesn't bother me whatsoever that he pitched yesterday. I'm getting under 7.5 minus 120 over on Bet365. I'm going to pull the trigger on the under 7.5 as well.
Right on. Let's go back to the chat. Padres. I bet on anyone with the name Nick, especially Nick Earle. I disagree with that because you don't. Can the Tigers hit good versus righties?
I will have all those numbers available tomorrow. I'm not going to go through and grab them all today because I just went the last time I tried to do that, I had to back out of the stream because I lagged so much. I got to go through it. I got to do some scans on my laptop or something to see what type of, if there's anything I can do to speed it up and things along those lines.
Some front yard, don't care. First 5 under. 446 is being so sensitive. He is very sensitive. Mo. Yeah, right. Reminds me of the robot from Wall-E. Yeah, I think I'm top of the contest. No, you're 0-0 when you haven't done shit. Shut the fuck up. Let's go to the next game.
Yeah, we have the Boston Red Sox and the Seattle Mariners, minus 130 for the Sox. Total of 9 in this game. They played a very early game yesterday. It was the 11-10 game. And I believe we're getting – is this the season debut for him here? Brian Bayo on the mound for the Red Sox. On the flip side, it's going to be Bryce Miller. So a fun pitching matchup here. And one thing that I really liked – the one thing that I actually really liked, maybe like the Red Sox to improve this year, was looking at the starting rotation there, specifically looking at Brian Bayo. Last year, he was the opening day starter. This year, he was slotted to be the 5 starter. They made a lot of improvements. So that was one thing that really caught my attention. On the flip side, Bryce Miller, he's thrown to a 3.43 ERA so far this year. He's thrown 4 times. This is his 5th start. 2 on the road, 2 at home. On the road, which he is today, he looked good in one start, did not look great in the other one, which it's weird to see which start he pitched well in and which one he didn't. He pitched well at Great American Small Park, going 5 innings of no-run baseball, 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He struggled in San Fran, a very hitters-friendly ballpark. 4 runs on 7 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 5 1/3. So kind of interesting to see him do that. He's thrown to a 3.43 in 21 innings. He's given up 8 earned runs on 18 hits, 21 strikeouts, and 10 walks. He has given up a home run. And for me, in this spot, I forgot to look at the cash flow as well. We have, real quick, it looks like 35% of tickets and 50% cash on the Mariners in this game. The line moving, I believe, slightly towards them. 97% of tickets, 98% cash is on the over here as well. For me, this is Seattle or no bet. And the reason behind that is, what do we expect from Brian Bayo? His first game off of an injury. And that's going to ultimately keep me off the game. Because I can see him coming out here and shoving, or I can see him going out here going 3-4 innings, giving up 5 earned runs. So I think he is a major wild card with a lot of volatility. So for me, it is a no play with a small lean towards the Mariners in this game, if I am betting anything.
I want to see what Bayo has this year. So I can't really – I'm not going to jump into his first start. He was solid enough last year, 4.49, but he pitched 162 in a third innings. He was an innings eater. And I think that's probably similar to what you're going to get this year. I don't really see him doing anything much more. He's been a 4 ERA guy his entire career. On the opposite side, you get Bryce Miller, who's had his last 2 starts have been actually quite solid. He had rough start against Oakland and San Fran, and then allowed 1 earned run in 10 innings versus Texas and Cincinnati. I want to see what Baylor's got. I'm not going to jump into his first start. This one's going to be a pass for me.
Fair. Yeah, no, it's definitely Mariners or no bet, though.
Pass, because you believe the Red Sox got rid of Mookie Betts for Vergy. That was a while ago. Who cares? Supness, he probably needs to get laid. Seattle money line. How come 446 the only one to hit hit the light? No, don't do that. Come on, Red Sox money line. You're an idiot. Seattle better than Boston right now.
They're in better form.
They're technically equal by membership. Yeah. 446 by membership. You all frauds? No. White Sox and Nats are the dogs of the day. We're about to talk No. We're going to talk that Nationals game in a minute. And no, I'm not taking the Nationals. I'm going the opposite way. Seattle team total over. You know why we're going the opposite way, Nick?
See, I mean, you see who's playing on the road team. You know exactly where I'm going to this game. Well, let's talk about it. Wow. Actually, this is a really interesting matchup because we have Dean Kramer taking on Mitchell Parker. Mitchell Parker has been one of the better pitchers in baseball so far this year. This line opened up 130. It's now 132 for Baltimore. Line opened up at a 9-112. It's now 9-110. Taking a look at the cash flow, 54% of tickets and 50% of the cash is on Baltimore. The lines move slightly towards them. 94 and the over. Now, obviously, I'm going to get I'm going to get this game started with the first 5 over because I will continue to back first 5 overs in Baltimore games. I do want to take a little bit deeper of a dive into Mitchell Parker as well. Once you are breaking down the game, because I do want to look something up with him. And I'm going to do that on my phone because it'll be quicker. But Dean Kramer so far thrown 4 games. He's thrown 3 on the road. This is his 4th road start when he's not been very good on the road. He gave up 6 earned runs against Arizona, 2 earned runs, only 4 and a third though against Kansas City, 5 earned runs against the Blue Jays. He came home and pitched against the Guardians and looked good. Went 5 and a third, gave up 1 earned runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts in that game. However, he's back on the road now in Washington as we have the battle of teams that are blacked out here in North Carolina. On the flip side, Mitchell Parker has been awesome so far this year. He is throwing to a 1.88 ERA. Definitely, and it feels like he's getting overshadowed by Mackenzie Gore because of his because of Gore's strikeout stuff. When Mitchell Parker has silently been really strong. He's thrown 24 and a third innings pitched this year. Every single start, he's gone at least 6 innings. In his last start, he went and gave up only 1 earned run against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And when you look at his starts, the Nationals win him other than the last start against Pittsburgh, where it was not his fault that they lost that game. They lost the game 6-1. He only gave up 1 earned run, though, and he did get the loss. And for me in this spot, well, yeah, it's the first 5 over because Baltimore first 5 overs have been purely money this year, and they have the worst starting pitcher ERA in baseball. And this offense is going to hit. Now, does it scare me a little bit going up against what we've seen from Mitchell Parker? Yes, I do want to look at a couple things with him when before we go back to the chat. I am going to be on the first 5 over, and I'm kind of interested in the Orioles in this game as well. But I want to look up one thing before I do that.
We're going to double up on this game, Nick. And I'm hoping that you're with me. Obviously we're taking the over. What was the last thing we saw from the Baltimore Orioles, Nick?
They got the shit kicked out of them.
Cool. So you know where we're going with this, right? Orioles on the run line.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Yes, plus 125. Orioles. Orioles run line in this one. Plus 125. This has got to be a bounce back spot after whatever the fuck happens. And honestly, Charlie Morton should go to the bullpen if they're doing anything. Although, and I will, I know I've been high on this Orioles team. They're not the same team this year. Obviously, they're 9-12. Keep in mind, and I want to address this with everybody, with people who are reacting. It is April. We are in April right now. Guess what? Doesn't matter at the moment. Teams are going to go off to slow starts. Pitching's going to come around eventually, and I'll defend the Orioles real quick. They're missing their 2 biggest pitchers right now. Eflin's on the shelf at the moment, and so is Grayson Rodriguez. So yeah, it makes sense that their starter ERA is as high as it is.
I said it was going to be bad regardless. I'm not as high on Grayson Rodriguez as you are.
At the end of the year, the Orioles will not have the worst starting pitching in baseball. I don't even
No.
think they'll be bottom 5. They'll be somewhere in between 15 and 20 for starting pitcher ERA at the end of the year. I'll make that bet. If
15
you
and 20?
they will be in the top 2/3. They will not be in the bottom third.
See, I could see them being 20.
They'll be top
like
20
that.
by the end of the year.
Ooh. I don't think so.
I still think there's a bunch of other teams that are going to have a lot worse of starter ERA and ERA in general. I'm on the over here. We're grabbing the Orioles on the run line.
Yeah, and it's a starting pitcher ERA because I like this Orioles bullpen. That's one thing. I do like this Orioles bullpen. They're fully rested for this matchup here. And I was looking it up. The one stat I wanted to look up for this game was what to expect. And this is something that I want to look at a little bit more when it comes to these starting pitchers that are doing really well right now. Mitchell Parker's thrown to a 1.88 ERA. His expected ERA, 3.91. He's getting hit. It's just he's getting a little lucky. And this is something where I bet if I looked up Randy Vasquez yesterday, who was thrown to a 1.8, I guarantee you his expected ERA is in the 4s. And that's another reason why I faded him. So yes, I am doubling up on this game. I will be invested in this one here. I think the Orioles put up runs. I think that's how they win this game because I'm still not a believer in Dean Kremer. I'm not. This is me backing the Orioles offense more than it is backing the Orioles pitching staff here in this one. I'm on the first 5 over 5 at -105. So that's the starting there. I'm on the Orioles -1 at -104 as well. I will take the Orioles full game on the -1 line. And I will trust them in this one here. I'm not an advocate for the Orioles at all. What they've done in the offseason, what they've done, the way they've mismanaged their assets and things along those lines, I'm not a fan of what the Orioles are at the moment. There's a reason I took them to miss the playoffs. But for me, I do think this is a good bounce back spot. They got humiliated in their last game. I think it's definitely a good game for them to step up and win.
Yes. Seattle team total over. Kramer. Yes. Kramer was last year he was one of the most profitable pitchers in baseball, and he was one of the biggest over pitchers in baseball. So every Kramer game last year, we bet the over and the Orioles, and you made some money. O's game over 5. I'm guessing that's first 5. Nats for the win. Lean Nats. I said it first. O's smash. Washington bullpen terrible. It is terrible. Over 9 is sexy. Nats going on my contest pick. How would you pick the Orioles? I love backing teams after probably what will be their worst game of the year. Nationals first 5 money line or pass. You don't pick the O's here. You just shouldn't. Okay. Orioles has been playing bad basketball. I mean, they play baseball, but I love how disappointing these O's are this year. I don't. When O's are good, it's good for baseball. They have to bounce back. How can they not bounce back? Only doing that on teams that I trust, and the O's are not one. That's fair. So that means bet them after losing by 20. Yes. Luke Hughes and Brandon Dillon are out for the New Jersey Devils in Game 2.
That's huge. That's 2 blue liners for them there. And it's tempting me to add the Carolina puck line tonight with that game. I'm already on the team total over, and their puck line is +105. I might add that puck line for Carolina tonight. I think they kicked the shit out of them.
All right, Nick, I lied in our private chat. 1 second. Because Coyote says, well, see you in 10 minutes. You're getting timed out by Tim. I'll leave forever if they did. Is that a promise? Anyways, Kramer gives up runs. You threatened that last time over a contest because you had to pay. Let's go to this one, Nick.
Yeah. We have the New York Mets taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies, minus 130 favorites in this game, total of 8. I understand why the Phillies are favorites in this game. I do. This line opened up at a 132. It's now 131. It did get down to a 120 at one before it came back towards the Phillies. Line opened up at an 8 at minus 110. It's now an 8 at minus 107. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one here. We do have 51% of tickets and 56% of the cash on the Phillies. The line slightly moved towards them. 85% of tickets and 83% of cash on the over. We have Griffin Canning taking on Christopher Sanchez. I think Christopher Sanchez is a top 40 pitcher in baseball. I don't think I'm going out on a limb for that one there. And I definitely think, and I don't think I'm splitting the atoms here on this one. I think the Phillies have a pitching advantage here against Griffin Canning. I know that was a very, very bold take there, but I think the Phillies have the pitching advantage, which is why
Griffin Canning's been really good this year.
Griffin Canning is this year's Luis Severino, one of the worst pitchers in baseball that gets that goes to the Mets and pitches well. So far, Christopher Sanchez this year, he's pitched 4 times. 3 of them have been in his home ballpark, and they were against the Colorado Rockies. He went 6. He went 5 1/3. Looked okay in that game, only giving up 1 earned run. Went up against the Dodgers, got hit a little bit, but that's the Dodgers. And then he gave up 2 earned runs against the Giants. He's only pitched 1 time on the road this year. He looked good actually in it. 6 1/3, give up 1 earned run, 8 hits though, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts against the St. Louis Cardinals. They won that game 4-1. The Phillies have won all 4 of Christopher Sanchez's starts so far this year. And on the flip side, Griffin Canning, he's looked good. Like, all things considered, I know a lot of people heading into the season were like, oh, Griffin Canning? Really? How can you sign Griffin Canning? It's a David Stearns masterclass right here. Thrown to a 3.43 ERA for $4.5 million. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. He's pitched 4 times. 2 of them have been at home. 2 of them have been on the road. At home, he's looked awesome. 6 innings against the Cardinals of 1-run baseball. And then only 4 innings, though, against the Blue Jays. But that was the second start of the year. He threw 89 pitches in that one. 1 earned run on 4 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. If I'm the Mets, my game plan for Griffin Canning today, 5 and dive. That's all you need from him. Give me 5 innings of 2-run baseball. Keep our team in the game. And I think the Mets. I think the Mets can compete if we get 5 innings of 2-run baseball from Canning, and then hopefully get into the bullpen of the Philadelphia Phillies. Should the Phillies be favorites in this game? Yeah, probably. They have what I perceive as a pretty significant pitching advantage. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Griffin Canning's better than Christopher Sanchez, because that's just plain out wrong. It's not right. No. And that would be a homer take. That would be an ultimate homer take to say that. And can Griffin Canning continue to pitch well? Absolutely he could. I want to take a look at his numbers here. And actually, he's thrown to a 3.43. His expected ERA is a 3.88. He is going to be one of those guys who's going to give you solid innings of 4 ERA baseball. And at the end of the day, I'm not betting this game. I understand why the Phillies are favorites. I'm not backing the Phillies. I'm not fading the Mets at home as a dog, though. That is one thing I will say, is the Mets at this price at home where they're 10-1, I don't really know if I want to fade them at that number, but I can see the Phillies taking this game in this spot. They used Diaz last night. He might be available tonight. I would prefer Diaz available for tomorrow's game when it's David Peterson and Zach Wheeler. But Braziban's probably the first guy out of the bullpen. And then maybe you look for I'm trying to remember maybe an AJ Minter and then a Ryan Stanek or something along those lines to close out the game. But for me, I'm not moving on this game. I can understand why people like the Phillies in this spot, though.
Give me the Mets. When a team's 10-1 at home, I'm getting a little bit of plus money. Sign me up. This is a Phillies team that I'm not saying that they're a bad team. Their Phillies are a really good team. Should they be minus 135? No. If I'm thinking anything, they should be a pick 'em. Because, yes, pitching advantage, but the Mets are the better team. Griffin Canning has been really solid this year. I think that the Mets offense will be better than the Phillies this year by the end. And just with everything, the fact that the Mets are dogs, I'm giving the Mets a plus money, sign me up. I just think it's kind of funny that this is this type of line. And you know what? If I lose, I lose. It is what it is. But I'm going to take plus money with the Mets here. Plus money, plus 120, Mets, money line versus the Phillies.
I think if I'm betting this game, it'd be Phillies first 5. Because I don't want that Philly bullpen at all. They've been one of the worst bullpens in baseball. If I'm betting the Phillies, I specifically want Christopher Sanchez versus Griffin Canning. That's what I want in this game. That is the main thing I would want. I think that would be the biggest edge in this game, is taking Christopher Sanchez over Griffin Canning, personally. So for me, it would be a lean towards the Phillies first 5. I'm definitely not laying $1.40 to do so, or a run line.
Phillies money line. Couldn't pick a side in the Philly game. Fair. Mets, yes. Morning, Nick. Morning, Tim. How are you guys this morning? We're good. How's department? I have no clue what you mean. Alonso should get at least 2 total bases for you prop people. Philly pitchers are frauds. No way in hell Philly should be favored. Give me the Mets all day. Could be a house bet. Pass lean Phillies. No way Phillies should be favored. I say it again. Stop it. Bet me $20 the Phillies win. They should be faves here. I don't take your money. You guys need it. It's because 446 doesn't have money. But I'm looking to lay my money on it. I'm not looking to lay my money on it. I steal from the books. You don't. Drew, he doesn't even bet with real money. That is correct. Wrong guy to challenge. He runs. Exactly. He won't even put into a free contest. House bet on the Mets could be 5 units, so about $4. LOL, I bet every day on DraftKings. Good. Plus 115 all day. More I see, I like it. Ew, it's Canning. Solid is as far as he'll go. Regression is due. I don't think so.
I don't think he's overly regression though. Like I don't think that's a crazy like.
The thing is,
I expect his regression. His regression is he's going to go up to be a 3.94 type of pitcher. Like
the
he's
thing
going to have
is,
a 3.9 or a 4 ERA. And he's right now at 3.43.
People said that last year with Manaea and with Severino, and they never regressed.
Threw to a 4 ERA yesterday. Well, last year.
Yeah, they never really regressed. I might go Mets -1 plus 165. That's my bet. Then hey, here's a concept. Put it in the contest. If you don't put it in the contest, it doesn't count towards anything, and we don't count it. Are there 2 cash cows today?
Are there?
I have not a clue. Astros are in. They shut up the Blue Jays. Canning is solid. I've seen him in all his games. Here is the Google document. There is no excuse for not putting in your plays if you're talking shit in the chat. Put your plays. Put up or shut up. There you go.
Let's go to the next one here. The Atlanta Braves taking on the St. Louis Cardinals in this game here. Do you have a pitcher for this game?
Yeah, it's a TBD.
Oh, cool. Okay, so we may skip this game because I have undecided.
Let me check MLB real quick. TBD on MLB. So, yeah, let's skip this game. Next. You know I hate the Mets, but I love them.
Right, we'll move on to the next one then. We have the Kansas City.
Then put him in the contest. Okay, go ahead.
That's why we were weary on it. You hate the Mets, but yet you're betting them. So that feels like a reverse jinx. We'll move on, though. And this is an interesting one. We have the Colorado Rockies taking on the Kansas City Royals. Line open up, KC -195. It's up to a 209 in this one here. So we have a 14-cent line movement towards Kansas City in this game. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's now down to an 8, though. So we have a move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one, 92% of tickets, 95% of the cash is on the Royals in this game. 92 and 93 is on the over in this spot as well. Now, this would be a cow if it was still an 8.5. And I don't think I see any halves remaining. I think they're all 8s. Or at the very least, it looks like just a bunch of 8s. Yeah, the 8.5s are very sparse, and the ones that are juiced heavy towards the under. So I don't think this is a cash cow because we're looking 8.5 or higher, if I remember right, in this game. So let's take a look at it here as we have. Where's this matchup? Ryan Feltner versus Chris Bubik. Feltner is coming in off of not a good start in this last one. He was at the Dodgers last game. 5 earned runs on 5 hits, 6 walks, 1 strikeout, and 2 2/3. Ballooned his ERA to a 4.82 and 18 2/3 innings pitched. 10 earned runs, 20 hits, 17 to 10 strikeout to walk ratio, 3 home runs given up. 2 of his starts at home, 2 of his starts on the road. His 2 road starts, 2 earned runs in Tampa Bay, 5 earned runs in LA. On the flip side here, we have the Kansas City Royals with Chris Bubik, who has looked pretty strong so far this year. He's pitched 4 times. 3 of them have been away from Kansas City. The one time he pitched at Kansas City was against Baltimore. 1 run wasn't earned, though. 4 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and 6 2/3. Other than that, his 3 road starts. His last one was not as good. 3 earned runs on 7 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 5 1/3. But he had 6 innings of 2-run baseball against Cleveland. He had 6 innings of shutout baseball against the Brewers. He's thrown to a 1.88 ERA this year, 24 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, 20 hits, 27 strikeouts to 8 walks and 1 home run given up. Bubik has been awesome, and he absolutely should shut down this Colorado Rockies offense, which has been non-existent this year. And that is something that surprises me. Usually when we have the Colorado Rockies, the one thing we can rely on, especially when they're at home, they say score runs. Not this year. This is not a Rockies team that scores runs whatsoever. And I don't mind Ryan Feltner because this Kansas City team offensively does not excite me whatsoever. They've actually played to a pretty decent amount of unders here. I think this is an under spot. If you're looking at this game, the question is it first 5 or full game? I think the obvious answer is first 5 because who the hell trusts this Rocky bullpen right now in this game? Granted, they all had off yesterday, but everybody pitched in that doubleheader the game before. So everybody had the day off, neutralizes, and there was the same thing with the Nationals. The Nationals, if the Rockies played, if this game was yesterday, Ryan Feltner over outs would be a play for me. I've only played 1 player prop, and it was after a doubleheader. And unfortunately, we didn't get the Nationals or the Rockies after a doubleheader. But for me in this game, I'm interested in the under, and it would be the under first 5 if I'm looking to go ahead and back it. I want to take a look at what the expected ERA for Chris Bubik is compared to the actual ERA. One thing I am curious on. 3.52 compared to a 1.88. So I expect Bubik to be good. Is he going to be phenomenal, though, is the question. Here's the thing, though, is I don't think the Rockies are that team to take advantage of it. So I'm going to look towards this first 5 under here in this one, which is I can get 4.5 at -130, where I can get a 4 at -105. I think I want to move on the FanDuel number 4.5 at -130 for this game because I think this could be 2-2, 3-1 at the end of 5 innings. I'm going to go first 5 under 3.5, under 4.5 -130 in this game.
I would like to make a proposition to you. I will allow the under as long as we also take the Royals on the run line because I feel like this is a 6-1 type of game. And if you're doing an under, Nick, I feel like it should be a Rockies team total under. I don't think it should be an under in general. But I really like Kansas City in this matchup. Bubik is solid. Obviously, I'm higher on the Royals than you are. I know I'm higher on the Royals than you are. But when it comes to it, is this not a cash cow?
No. Total's an 8.
Why not? Okay. But I like the Royals here. Run line is -110. There's no other way to take them.
Yeah. And if you're looking for a team total under for the Rockies, it is 3.5 -130 to the under. So I like the first 5 under better than I like that 3.5 number.
I can get an 8.5 for you.
Sure. I'm worried about the bullpens though. That it's not the Kansas City bullpen though. I am worried about the Rockies bullpen. I guess the only way I see if we do the Royals run line and the under losing is the Royals putting up 8 runs by themselves.
That's my point. Where
I have.
It's kind of, I know that in our theories, we'll get at least one. I think we can get both.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Cool. Run line for the Royals at -106. Holy freaking chats. I'm going to try to rapid fire through these because I don't want to be here all day. Royals smash. Rockies strike out a lot. They do. F the Royals. They ruin the 8.5. Go Rocks. Yeah, Rockies are ass cheeks. They are. Actually, the Rockies would get the current #1 pick, and they are the worst team in the league right now. 4-17 compared to 5-17 for the White Sox. Royals are better hitting at home, though. Yes, maybe an under. I like the under. I got 8.5. Mets team total over, and you see that number. Guess what? Put it in the contest. Here's the statement. We want you in the contest. There you go. Betting the Rockies right now is like catching a falling knife. No, thank you. Over bases. Put it in the contest. Timmy. Bubik over K's. Bubik over K's. Yes. Best shortstop ever. Lindor. 3rd straight game home run. Put it in the contest. Royals run line. That was fun, but only 3 people was not. Yes. The money one was fun, but yeah. Contest plays in. There you go. Bobby Witt Jr. only has 1 on home run, unlike him. He will get hot eventually. Yeah, imagine 500 contest play. Then you got my attention. You know what? If we don't get your attention for a T-shirt or for fun or any of that stuff, then you're not really a true fan. So you're saying Bubik to record a win. Yes. Sorry, Tim. Sorry, Nick, my battery died. Okay. $500 contest play is just a bit better than ESB underwear. I told you if you won the contest, we would find a way to get you ESB underwear. Remember my contest comeback triple-double Westbrook plus 2,000. There you go. No, let's do member contest. It's like $6. Unfortunately, not enough people wanted to do that, so whatever. No way in the world you could bet. Yeah, they're worse. 446 is a conservative, but likes handouts. LMAO, make it make sense. Money, $6. Yeah, $6 a month. With over 1.5 bases. Like, where you finding a free contest for a T-shirt right now? Not many people. Exactly. Trying together, Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, there's our intro song. Love it. What's up, Stop Gio? Brings out the chat. I deserve a free membership. Ready? Here's the deal. I'll make a deal with you, 446. You put in plays, you win a contest, I'll personally send you enough money to be a member of ESB for a year. Enter a contest, win a contest. You have to win a contest. And what is that? $6 times 12, $72. I'll send you $75 so you become a member of the YouTube channel for an entire year if you win a contest. I don't know. If that's not motivation, I don't know what is. Angels and Twins.
Angels and Twins. Huh. We'll take a look at those.
Yeah, we'll go over this. Giannis, Shea, Ja, LeBron, all points over the 4. There you go. How does the contest work? We sent the link. We sent the link in to the chat, and you guys put in place. I'm an USB sponsored T-shirt. Let's get it. Hey, if somebody wants to sponsor it, go right ahead. I'm bragging, but at least I was backing it up, right? Oh my God, bro! I won the college basketball contest. You never entered it. You never entered it. No, you did not win it. I don't want to hear it.
It's like
I wish I had
taking a
this
test
template.
and saying I got 100 when you never took the test.
Everyone knows I picked the Final Four in the winner. Congratulations. You never put in the contest. It doesn't count. Tanik, I hit that share button for you. You guys are on it. Appreciate it. If 446 doesn't take that deal, I will. No, it's okay. Drewski, I know you can enter the you're an actual supporter. You'll actually enter the contest without having to have that extra stuff. 446 is an asshole. Anyways, let's keep moving.
We have a fun matchup here, the Chicago Cubs and the LA Dodgers. We have this line opening up around 115 range. It reopened up around 113 range. So we're up to a 116. We have a slight move towards the Dodgers in this game here. Line opened up 8.5 at even money. It's now 8.5 minus 113. Move towards the over here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game. 71% of tickets, 81% of cash is on the Dodgers in this one. The line's moved slightly towards them. 75% of tickets and 69% of cash on the over. The line has moved towards the over here as well. Shota Imanaga taking on May, Dustin May, for this matchup here. May is pitched to a 1.06 ERA. He's been really, really good so far since coming back. He's faced the Braves, Nationals, and Rockies, but he's looked good. He gave up one earned run against the Rockies. He gave up one earned run in 6 innings against the Nationals. He shut out the Atlanta Braves. He's made 3 starts. He's pitched 17 innings, and he's only given up 2 earned runs, 14 strikeouts, and 6 walks. On the flip side, Shota Imanaga has looked good too. A 2.25 ERA. He's made 5 starts so far this year. He started off. He has faced this Dodgers team before so far this year, and it was the first game of the year, the Tokyo game, where he went 4 no-hit innings against the Dodgers. Got the no decision. After that, he's been really strong other than the one blip on the radar, which was the home game against the Texas Rangers. Gave up 5 earned runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched against Texas. Other than that, he's faced the Padres twice, shut them down both times, and he pitched well against a good Diamondbacks lineup. So the only team that's really gotten to him is the Texas Rangers. He's thrown to a 2.22 ERA and 28 1/3 innings pitched, 21 to 10 strikeout ratio, 7 earned runs, 18 hits, 4 home runs given up. He's been awesome. And both these pitchers have been really good. Kind of leans me towards an under in this game. Let's take a look. I want to take very, very important when it comes to Wrigley, and it's an 8.5. So it's kind of an in-between number here. The wind is blowing out, only 8 miles an hour, though. Actually, 10 miles an hour at first pitch. It gets down to 7 in this one. I think this is a good game to sit back and watch. I don't know if I'm going to move on it. It would be under or no bet, and I don't really know what to do with the side here in this one because I can see both these pitchers throwing well. I guess I lean Cubbies. Not strong, though. Not enough for me to pull a trigger on it, but it would be under or no bet for me. You're muted.
Sorry, I there was a video on Twitter that I was listening to for a second. This is gonna actually be the last time the Cubs play the Dodgers this year. I believe this is only a 2-game series too. I believe they don't play each other on Thursday. I'm right. This is the last 2 games that the Dodgers and the Cubbies will play each other. And I believe the Cubbies took the series. Yeah, Cubbies currently. Oh no, sorry. The Dodgers have the season series 3-2. Cubbies took the last 2 games. I kind of like the Cubs here at home. I can get even money. Shohei Imagana has been somebody that I've been backing a bunch. He was one of the most profitable pitchers in baseball last year. I like the Cubs in this matchup, and I can get even money for a team that I still think is. Well, obviously, I have them winning their division. So I like the Cubs here, even money.
Yeah, it would be Cubs or no bet for me, but definitely not strong enough in that opinion to go ahead and move on it, though. That's the one thing there in that matchup.
Fair. I'm gonna load this one up.
All good.
You want to go to the chat real quick? Try to run through it real quick.
Yeah, give me a sec. There we go. Take a look here. Give the deal to Drew.
No. The whole point is to get you involved in the contest. I know we have to. I know we have to try to make you feel special and no. But come on, if you're truly our number one person, then join the contest. If not, shut up. Okay, go ahead.
What's good, Aubrey? What's good, Aubrey? No one cares. Cubs money line. What's the weather in the Cubs? It's slightly blowing out, but nothing crazy. It's gloomy. Cubs money line. Dodgers run line. Dodgers can't hit lefties. Interesting there. You can't put 4-4-6 on the spot like that. He'll disappear and come back under a different name. Fair.
Probably.
4-4-6 never disappear. Yeah. The only time 4-4-6 disappears is in contests. Is it almost May? Yeah, it's April 22nd. I'm the number one guy. No, you're not.
You're not.
Dodgers should win, but I'm just a Schroeder fan. Yeah. Cubs team total over. Okay. Under for me. Yeah, that'd be my lean. I think I'm the only who picked Cubs. I said I have the Reds.
I picked the Cubs preseason.
Yeah. Do you have any spots for Rockets for Game 2 against Golden State?
They don't play today. I haven't looked.
Fair. Cubs are good. Of course, we said the Padres and Snakes also make the playoffs. Well, I said the Snakes there, yeah. Tim copied my Cub pick. Nobody cares. Nobody copies you. I promise you, nobody copies you. Cubs money line. If I do bet it, fair. You know what I'm going for. I'm going for the Cubs because tacos are on it. Tacos on it.
Tacos are a good reason. I like that.
Could never go wrong with tacos. Make him feel special. Yeah, come on. We know he is all. Yeah. Actually, in Chicago. Yeah. After that, it's getting nicer out here in Gotham City. Cubs will lose. All right. I'm special. No, you're special. We're taking out investigations. All right. We'll move on. Chicago Cubs. Different Chicago team. Chicago White Sox and the Minnesota Twins. The Twins are minus 250 favorites in this game with a total of 8.5. This line opened up at a 230. It's now all the way up to a 240. So we got a decent move. But the 240 number was yesterday afternoon, or the 240 numbers this morning. Yesterday afternoon, it was 230. Line opened up at an 8 at minus 105. It's now 8.5 minus 116. So it looks like everything's kind of correlating here for that. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. 89% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the Twins. I believe for cash cows, it's 90 plus for percentage wise. It's not because that's truly public, like everybody on it. So technically, this doesn't qualify yet, I believe, because I believe it's 90 plus with on the money line and for that. So not cash cow yet. If this goes up to 90% on the tickets, it is. 94% tickets, 95% cash on the over here as well. Who the hell wants to lay minus 250 with the Twins, though? That's the ultimate question. I get it. The White Sox are bad. The White Sox are pretty fucking bad. But are we really going to sit here and be like, yeah, the Minnesota Twins should be laying minus 250 in this game? No, absolutely not. And the Twins were a very confusing team. They were the ultimate boom-bust team for me this year, where they could have either finished not last in their division. They could finish way out of the playoffs or win the World Series, and we're getting the bust version of the Twins. We are getting a hardcore bust on them here. Davis Martin making this fourth start. He's throwing to a 4.84 ERA, 12 innings, 22 and a third innings pitched, 12 earned runs, 27 hits, 13 strikeouts, 6 walks, 4 home runs. His only road start, he got lit up and smoked, though. 7 earned runs, 9 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 5 innings against the Tigers. His other 3 starts have been at home, with the worst one being 4 earned runs against the Athletics. On the flip side, we're getting Bailey Ober, which has kind of struggled this year, 6.16 ERA in this one here, where he is really, really not looked good. And this is his 5th start of the year. He's pitched twice on the road, twice at home. His home starts, 3 earned runs and 6 1/3 against the Mets. They won that game 6-3, and he actually pitched well against the Astros at home as well. His struggle, actually, the reason why his ERA is so high, he gave up 8 earned runs and 2 2/3 against the Cardinals in his first start. After that, he's actually been not bad. Do the Twins take care of business in this one? Probably. And but do I really want to lay a run line on them here in this spot? And from what I'm seeing, it doesn't have all the qualifications as a cow, because they don't have the 90+% of the tickets, which I believe is something that we failed to do last year a little bit, was pay attention to that. So yeah, do I really want to lay -115 on a run line here with the Twins? Not particularly. Do they get the win today? Probably. But should they be this number at all? No.
Yeah. Do we really need to go after this game? Let's be honest. It's an AL Central game. I'll be completely honest. I'm gonna try to work through some of these games a little bit quicker. I'm not interested in this game at all. It's an AL Central game, and I don't really get those games right all that often. So I'm gonna stay off this game entirely, and I'm not laying -250, 240 on the Twins. Not really interested.
Yeah, no. This was an easy pass.
Taco Tuesday. Tacos sound good, sure. 446 is scared to join the contest because he's a bitch. I agree.
Works out.
And Robert just put 446 in timeout. I love this. Everybody's putting 446 in timeout. Even 446 is scared to put 446 in timeout. Real quick, 446, when you come back, let me know, are you going to join the contest or not? Cody, it's you who puts me in timeout. No, I've been putting you in timeout all day. It's been fun. Minnesota, Twins cash cow. It's not Yodi. Damn it, what the fuck are cash cows? Well, Nick kind of explained it. White Sox. Costco's going to get traded. That doesn't make sense. White Sox bullpen, awful. Yes, it is. Everything on the White Sox is awful. Anytime the Twins are -200, I'm against them. Makes sense. White Sox are just as bad, if not worse, than the Rockies. I think it's going to be a really good competition between the two of them to see who's the worst.
That's an ultimate question this year. Who is worse, Colorado or Chicago?
Right? The Twins need a
Colorado's
new
number 3.
Sell the team. Yeah, exactly. Ooh. No, I'm not 446. I think you're funny. The White Sox are just as bad as whatever. Must be robbed them. It's not. It's me the entire time. I'm boarding the Minnesota. There you go. Twins team total over. 2-time contest winner. How many have you won? 446. He's won 0. I won the big one, college basketball. No, you did not. That was who won the college basketball?
Addison, and his
Addison
T-shirt
won
should be coming in the mail soon.
Yeah, Addison won it. He put in the best thing. So
he submitted the best bracket.
Tim should. Yes, we should. You didn't. I finished third. There you go. Lindor home run. I had a Final Four right, but it's not that hard. 446, especially when it was all chalk. Especially when he didn't even put it into the contest. Laughing. Or should I take the homer first at bat homer? He's done it 2 times in a row. What's that bet? 446. Are you going to join the contest today? Can you give me a yes or no for the contest? Not sure, and yes, you can. Rockies are worse. Rockies are currently worse. Yes. Let's jump into we got a couple more MLB games.
Yeah, we have the Toronto Blue Jays and the Houston Astros. Pick them in this game, total of 8 in this one. We have Chris Bassett taking on Ronald Blanco. This line opened up at a 120. It's down to a 102. So we do have a move towards Toronto as now they have become the favorites. Line opened up at an 8 minus 122. It's now an 8 at minus 115. So move towards the under here as well. 84% of tickets, 79% cash on the over in this game. 52% of tickets, 71% of cash on the Blue Jays. And the line's moving towards said Blue Jays. We have Chris Bassett, who's looked like one of the best pitchers in baseball so far this year. Yes, it is 2025, and we're saying Chris Bassett looks like one of the best pitchers in baseball. That did catch me by surprise as well. He's pitched 4 times. 2 of them are on the road, 2 of them at home. He is on the road here. His 2 road starts were in Boston and against the New York Mets. He went 5 2/3 and 6 2/3 in those 2 games and gave up 1 earned run against Boston. That's it. He shut down the Mets in 6 2/3. The Mets still won that game 3-2. He shut down the Braves in his last start, and he only gave up 1 earned run against the Orioles in his first start of the year. He has been unbelievable. 0.77 ERA and 23 1/3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 20 hits, a 31-5 strikeout to walk ratio. He has been phenomenal. On the other side, Ronald Blanco is somebody I had circled heading into the season, saying he is going to regress, and regress has he. He's thrown to a 6.75 ERA so far to start the season. He's made 2 starts at home, 2 on the road. His 2 home starts were against the Angels and the Giants. He gave up 3 earned runs against the Giants in 5 innings. He gave up 2 earned runs against the Angels in 5 innings as well. On the road is where he struggled. He gave up 4 earned runs against the Twins, 3 earned runs against the Cardinals. For me in this game, I'm interested in the Blue Jays in this game. And looking at Chris Bassett's stats, they're like you'd be looking at it's like 0.78 ERA. He's going to negatively regress, right? Obviously, he will. He's not going to throw under a 1 ERA the entire year. His expected ERA, though, it's a 2.86. He's still a sub-3 pitcher in his expected numbers. Expected batting average of 249. And, I mean, his K rate's been super high. His barrel rate's a little high, 7%. Nothing crazy, though. But he limits hard hits, 40%. And he's somebody who I think can continue pitching well. Am I going to say he's going to continue pitching to a 1 ERA or sub-1 ERA? No, because that's damn near impossible to do all year long. Do I like Chris Bassett in this start? Yes. Do I think the bigger edge in this game is Bassett over Blanco? Yes. Question is, do we like this bullpen for the Blue Jays the way it's set up right now? Only Josh Walker pitched yesterday for the Blue Jays. Everybody's available for the Blue Jays in this game. And then on the flip side, for the Astros, yesterday only Forrest Whitney threw. He threw 32. He won't be available today. But Taylor Scott, Josh Hader, Brian Abreu, Brian King, Stephen Okirk, and Logan Van Way are all available for today. And do I want to now? This is my ultimate question, and I'm going to decide this when you're breaking down the game. Do I want to just target Ronald Blanco or fade Ronald Blanco versus Chris Bassett, or do I want the full 9 innings in this game and tack on the bullpens as well? I think the bigger edge is the first 5. But Tim, what's your thoughts on this game here? I'm interested in the Blue Jays early in this game.
I'll call your Blue Jays, and I'll raise you the run line. Chris Bassett continues to dominate. That's kind of my whole thing. Bassett has allowed 2 earned runs this year. He allowed 1 opening day versus the Baltimore Orioles, and he allowed 1 on that opening day in his first start, and 1 run against Boston. He shut down the Mets. He shut down the Braves. I honestly think the Blue Jays win this one handily. Could I grab the money line in this one? Sure, I could. But I'm going to take a shot. We're going to take a shot here because if we were negative in baseball, we're just taking the money line today. We're positive in baseball. We're taking a little bit of shot. We're grabbing plus 150 on the run line with the Toronto Blue Jays with Chris Bassett.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted the first 5 or whether or not I wanted the full game. What I ended up going with was both. I'm doubling up on the Blue Jays in this spot. I love this game from them. I'm on the Blue Jays in the first 5 innings at minus 115, full game at minus 110. So doubling up on Toronto in this game. The run line makes me nervous.
So I asked 446 if he was joining the contest. He said, no, you ruined it. So you know what I did? I put him in timeout for half an hour. Goodbye. Morning, gentlemen. No contest equals bye 446. W, laughing. Everybody loves it. Very successful Gavin Williams day yesterday. It was. Blue Jays money line. Nick, do you have a recap for the MLB?
Oh, I totally forgot to do that. Yeah, let me get that up real quick. I do have a recap right now. Let me just get up the page. Got to find it to share screen. There we go. And boom. I'm still in first, but it's gotten a little closer because we have Lex Steele at 11.91 units, Coin up 6 units, Neil up 5.6 units, Craig Wood up 3.79, Coyote back in the positive, 98, 113 and 5, occupancy up 1, 446 is scared up 0.45. So there you go. There's your standings for the contest.
I'd like Lindor more if he didn't ruin my Mets Nerfy back-to-back. Whoops. Bassett over Case. Bassett has been great. You talk about the Astros. Yes, we took the Blue Jays. Houston there's only 2 games behind Texas Rangers. It won't be long until they catch them. No. I feel like Jays could be the bright side, but I am weary after the beatdown yesterday. I'm going for Blanco and the Astros. Shocker, Brad's on the Astros. AL West is weak. I have put out a new goal, Nick. The goal is at least one $10 plus donation, and I will time out 446 for 24 hours.
Nice.
I think that's fair. That's fair. Astros minus 105. 2 of my favorite guys, Kramer and Parker, Nerfy. Jays do seem to like to back Bassett as well. It's a nice goal. It is a nice goal. First 5 under.
You said at least one $10 one. Would 2 $5 ones work as well?
If you do 2 $5 ones, I'll do it. Yes.
If 2 different people do 5, okay, cool.
At least $10 worth of donations, and we'll ban 446 for 24 hours once he's able to come back. So he's gone for 30 minutes right now. I'm positive. When does it end? The last day of the month.
Yes.
Come back to Bruin. Better keep growing that lead, Nick. My RBI play one day. It's going to hit. It'll be nice. I'll donate $10 to ban him forever. No. No. I'm not going to do that for. We're not going to ban him forever. Now maybe $100. Anyways, laughing. But if 446 enters the contest, all is negated, which you don't have to worry about it because he's never entering the contest. Let's keep going, Nick.
Yeah, we have the LA Angels taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. We have the Angels minus 200 favorites in this game, minus 195, minus 200 favorites in this game. Total of 8.5. Line opened up 8.5 minus 103. It's down 8.5 minus 120. Line opened up Angels minus 150, and it's all the way up to 195. So we have a massive move towards the Angels in this game. And looking at the cash flow in this one, 82% of tickets, 87% of cash is on the Angels. So it's not a cash cow because we're looking for 90 plus. When we're doing that, we're looking for the play that everybody's on type of thing for the cash cow, and that this does not qualify it. 92% of tickets and 94% of cash on the over here as well. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, where we have Jose Soriano versus Bailey Falter. Soriano, a 3.24 ERA. He's looked good. I like Soriano. I like him a lot. He's pitched 3 times on the road as well. This is his second home start. His only other home start, though, he got lit up and smoked against Cleveland, giving up 5 earned runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, though, in 5 1/3, or 5 innings. 5 1/3 against Cleveland. His other 3 starts have all been on the road. He shut down the White Sox on the road. He shut down the Rays on the road, and he wasn't the greatest against the Rangers. 3 earned runs on the road there. In that one, looking at on the other side, Bailey Falter, a 4.91 ERA so far this year. He's pitched twice at home, twice on the road. His 2 road starts, 3 earned runs in Cincinnati in 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs in Miami in 6 innings pitched. They've lost 3 of his 4 starts. The only game they won was his last start against Washington. For me, not a game I'm interested in. I think the lines move too much if you want to back LA. It's not a cash cow because it's not 90+% of the cash or the tickets. So it is a stay off spot for me. Do not want to lay this type of number on the Angels unless it's warranted, like a cash cow play, which it is not. So for me, it is nothing in this game.
I'm 100% in the same boat. With not being cash cow, I'm not laying -200 or the run line on the Angels, even though the run line is probably even money. Plus 105 I'm seeing for the Angels run line. I could see that being an okay price, but I'm not doing it. And I'm not trusting the Pittsburgh Pirates, which I think could be towards the end of the year. Just keep in mind, this Pirates team, we would have in the same category as the Rockies and the White Sox if there wasn't a guy named Paul Skeens. That's it. And even then, you look at Skeens' starts, they've won what?
They're losing his starts.
They've won. They're 2-3 when Skeens starts. Like, they're not winning his starts. I'm not interested, even though I know it's barely Falter today. But this is not a Pittsburgh Pirates team I want to trust. They're 8-15. They're garbage. Angels are going to be rough this year too, although they're over 500 right now. Trout, stay healthy as long as you can. I'm not touching this game.
Fair.
I'll think about it for $100. I'm out. Good luck, guys. Good luck, Coyote. Halo's cash cow. Nope. No, today sucks. No cash cows. We have not done the NHL yet. Pirates suck. NHL schedules are so dumb. Why is the Vegas game at 11 o'clock p.m.? It's actually starting at 11.
I don't know. I have no. I
what
can't answer that.
What the fuck it is? 11 o'clock at night? What are they thinking? Don't sleep on O'Neal Cruz. Got to be latest start time. Yeah, for real. 8 homers for Trout. He's been solid. Falter terrible. Give me can't falter and raise the Jolly Roger. No. What if you took the Angels money line and team total over 3.5?
That's not a bad look.
It's not a bad look, or look towards like Angels and something to do with Trout. Here's another ugly game. Oh, not ugly game, but kind of an interesting game.
We have the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Tampa Bay Rays. We have the Diamondbacks -160 with a total of 9 in this game here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Zach Littell and Brandon Fowd. Line opened up 145. It's now 155 for Arizona. Line opened up at a 9 at -112. It's now 9 at -110. So a 2-cent line movement towards the under and a move towards the Diamondbacks. 88% of tickets, 96% of cash on the Diamondbacks, and the line's moving towards them. Then we have 98 on the over in this one as well. Brandon Fad's thrown to a 3.13 ERA so far this year. He's pitched twice at home, twice on the road. His home starts, he gave up 3 earned runs against a Cubs offense that's pretty good, and then he shut down the Orioles in a 9-0 win in his last home start. His last game, though, his last start was against the Miami Marlins, where he went 5 2/3, only giving up 2 earned runs in 5 2/3 in that game in Miami. And then on the flip side, we have Zach Littell, not a pitcher I'm a huge fan of. And he is somebody who's been very shaky so far this year, a 5.48 ERA for this matchup. He's pitched 4 times so far this year. 3 of them have been at home. The one time he's gone away from Tampa Bay, he got hit against Texas, giving up 5 earned runs. Granted, in 7 innings pitched, though. And then he did pitch at home after that. He got lit up against the Angels, 7 earned runs and 8 hits there. I think this is Diamondbacks -1 in this spot. Yes, the line has moved towards the Diamondbacks, which makes me feel a little bit better, even though it looks like the public is on the Diamondbacks. I'm okay with it, though, knowing that this line has moved accordingly. And I do like the Diamondbacks to take care of business in this game. I would like to fade Zach Littell in this spot, and I'm interested in the Diamondbacks on the -1 line in this game, which 160, 135 would be the money line run line, which would be
-118.
-111. Yeah, I'm getting -111 over on BetMGM. I'm going to move on the Diamondbacks on the -1 line here for me.
I'm just going to take the Diamondbacks run line. I'm going to trust P. Fatty. And this is a Rays team that I'm not going to trust. They are coming off of, holy shit, 13 straight home games. This is the second road trip of the year for them. A lot of home games. This is their second road trip of the year for them. Their first one was against Texas, and they lost all 3. And I believe they did. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did they play yesterday? They did not. The last game they played, that was a 4-0 loss to the Yankees. And then they traveled. Dude, this Diamondbacks team is going to suffer. It's not going to be good on the road. I'm going to trust the Diamondbacks, who are coming off of a win on Easter against the Cubs, and then they got to travel home after being on a road trip for 6 games where they went 4-2. Good road trip for them. Give me the Diamondbacks run line. I do think this is going to be a good Diamondbacks team this year.
Yes, I'm very high on this Diamondbacks team as well. Yeah, and I'm on the -1 line here with them.
D-backs run line, the Snakes smash, D-backs team total over. Angels run line. D-backs normally better at home, Rays bad on the road. I could see the Snakes. Bassett over strikeouts. Yes, Bassett over strikeouts. All right, Nick, 3 more MLB games left.
And then we get into some playoff action. We have the San Francisco Giants taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. We have the Giants -135 with a total of 7.5. Taking a look at the line history in this one here. Line opened up 120 for the Giants. It's now -132. We have a decent move towards San Francisco in this one here. Line opened up at an 8, down to a 7.5, so we do have a move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one, 54% of tickets, 56% of cash on the Giants. Line's moving towards them. 96% of tickets, 95% of cash is on the over here as well. And it's interesting to see the line moving towards the Giants with Jordan Hicks on the mound, who has a 6.14 ERA. Granted, 3 of his starts have been on the road. His one home start was against Seattle and was 5 1/3, 3 earned runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. His road starts have not been particularly great. 2 bad road starts in a row. Now he comes home. Maybe this is a nice get-right spot for them. Milwaukee is not a team that overly scares me offensively, but he gave up 7 earned runs against the Yankees, and then he followed that up with 5 earned runs against the Phillies. So he's really struggled the last couple of games. On the flip side, we have Mr. Quintana, who has appeared in, I want to say, 2 games so far for the Milwaukee Brewers. And how awesome has he been? 12 2/3 both so far. Only 1 earned run in those 12 innings, and that was against the Tigers in his last start. They won both of his starts, 7-0 and 5-1. And maybe this market's telling you that this is a start that Jordan Hicks pitches well, and Quintana takes a step back. Do I expect Quintana to pitch this way all year long? No, it's a very small sample size. It's only 12 innings. I think this is a spot here where we look at this game, and it would be probably Giants or no bet here for me. And I want to take a look potentially what the Giants are on the -1 line here in this game to take care of business. They're not overly public. The line's moving towards them, 54% tickets, 56% of cash. Yet the pitching matchup does not make any sense for why this line's moving the way it is. Tells me that Quintana gets hit and that Walker pitches well. And with that being said, I like this Giants bullpen too. I'll take the Giants full game at minus 130 here in this spot. I think this is a good spot for them here. This tells me a little Quintana negative regression, a little positive regression for Jordan Hicks. The Giants get the win in this game. Minus 130 here for me.
I'm going to pass on this game. I have a lot more interest in the last game we're going to talk about. These are just the Giants are definitely a team that I do have interest in now. Although I do feel like there's going to be a little bit of regression after their crazy hot start. But this is still a Giants team that the way that they're looking right now, like they're 15-8. They've played 23 games. They've played 7 of them at home. So they're winning, and they haven't even really played many games at home, which is crazy. I'm not going to go after this game. I'm going to pass on this one, but I definitely have interest in the final game.
Yeah. Me too.
D-backs are my team. Go Snakes. Over 7.5 in the Giants game. I could see it going over. Brewers first 5. Giants run line. Who got the better bullpen, Nick?
Giants right now. I would give the edge to the Giants.
Giants have the better bullpen. It seems like the book's saying Giants won't hit.
That's a fair statement.
All right, Nick. It's a certain day.
It's Patrick Corbin day, and usually I'm someone to back him, and I actually faded him in his last start, and the Angels did me no favors. Let's take a look at this line. We have Patrick Corbin and Oswaldo Bido here, Oakland and Texas. This line opened up at a 120. It's now only up to 130. So we do have a move towards Oakland. This line did up to 142. This line opened up at a 9 at minus 105. It's now 10 at minus 120. So move towards the over here as well. No surprise the move towards the over in this one. 91% of tickets, 92% of cash is on the over. 51% of tickets and 75% of cash is on the Oakland Athletics in this game as well. Patrick Corbin was actually good in his last start. He went 5 1/3 against the Angels, giving up 1 earned run on 5 hits to 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. He was good against them. And of course, I faded him in that spot. On the flip side, Oswaldo Bido has been good this year. Like he's somebody who is another one of these up and coming Athletics that look pretty good. He's thrown to a 2.7 ERA despite having 3 road starts. Granted, he has been very lucky with the matchups he's gotten, other than his 1 home start, which he did go 5 innings of 2-run baseball against the Padres. But his road starts: Seattle, Colorado, the White Sox. Makes me a little bit nervous there. I think Bido can get hit a little bit in this game. I think Corbin can get hit in this one as well. And I think this line move towards the over makes sense. Wow, BetStamp's not showing any of my books of it, any of my books for this game. So I'm gonna just have to go on the actual app themselves before I go and figure out the best number. I think this is potentially Oakland in the over for me. Wow, it's 10.5 now over on Bet365. What is the 10? I would have to make a 10, which would be 145 and even money. It'd be minus 123 for the over 10 over on Bet365. The question is, do I want the over in this game? And do I want the Athletics as well? I think this could be a little bit of a regression start for Bido in this game, but I could also see this as a game where the Athletics put up some runs as well. So maybe this is Athletics team total rather than money line. And we are seeing 10.5 across the board now. I got to figure out what I want to do in this game. I think this is a game where if you are playing the Athletics, play them on the -1 line rather than playing the money line. It's minus 130 plus 145. This is a game that I would do that with because of the high variance there. Plus 107 for the Athletics on the -1 line over on Bet365. And I'm going to move also on the over 10, -123 on Bet365 as well. I'm going to double up on this spot here. I think that welcome to Sacramento here, Mr. Corbin. I think you're going to struggle in this spot. So I'm going to double up on this game, both over on Bet365. Oakland -1, +107, and the full game over 10, -120, both on Bet365.
Give me the Athletics here. And you know what, Nick? And I love our card today. Because it's got 4 run lines on it. We're taking some shots with some plus money. Give me Oakland here. I'm taking them plus money. 5 run lines. One of them's not plus money. That's why I missed it. We got 5 run lines today between the Baltimore Orioles, between the Kansas City Royals, the Toronto Blue Jays, Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Oakland Athletics. So run lines galore today. Let's make some money. And you know I bet the Oakland Athletics every day. The experiment is money lines, team totals, Rooker, and Butler. And I will eventually have that updated. A's money line the over, parlayed. A's smash, happy Patrick Corbin Day. A's team total over.
Yeah.
Happy Patrick Corbin Day, Nerfy. Nerfy? No Nerfy. Do you guys have any MLB teams that you're looking to back over wins or under wins later this year? No, not at the moment. I want to see a little bit more before we do that. Thought the stadium is pitcher friendly. Oakland? No, absolutely not, because it is in Sacramento. It's a AAA stadium. No, not pitcher friendly at all. Angels, D-backs, Mets. There you go. Who do we like for dinner Tuesday? Tacos.
Yeah.
Let's head to the NBA, Nick. Maybe. Still alive? And he's gone. Let's head to the NBA. We got the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are 4.5-point favorites. 229 is your total in this game. The Pacers are coming off of a Game 1 win, 117-98. They covered the 6 and went under the total. That was unfortunate. I had the over in that game. Big reinsurance, though, for the Bucks because Damian Lillard will make his return in game number 2 for the Bucks. And when it comes to it, I'm going to be doing this for 2 out of the 3 games today. Because one of the games I disagree with this take. The other 2 I'm in. Bounce back spots. I'm on the Bucks. I got him at 4.5. I think Damian Lillard's going to have a big impact in the Bucks keeping this game close. I even think the Bucks could possibly win this game outright. Kind of similar to the Pistons series. I think this can easily be 1-1 going back to Milwaukee. Give me the Bucks to start off my NBA card, Nick.
Yeah, let's take a look here. Taking a look at the line real quick. This line opened up with the Pacers being 6-point favorites. It's down to a 4 and a why. I don't know if you brought this up or not. Damian Lillard's returning for this game.
Yep, I did.
I don't know if that makes you like the Bucks less or more.
Nope. More.
Okay.
They look lost without him.
So that's why this line's moved the way it has, which I think ultimately will keep me off this game. Yeah, that's fair. And this line opened up 225.5 now up to 228. The cash on the Pacers. The line's moving towards the Bucks, but that was more they're getting player back rather than market here from me. 83% tickets, 85% cash is on the over in this one. I did back the Pacers in the first game of the series. I had the -5.5. And I think this is a game where I think now you're getting a little bit. Now we're starting to see some 3.5s out there. I think if this line continues to drop, I'm more interested in Indiana in this game than I am Milwaukee, because I would rather fade the team with a star player returning rather than back them. Now, I get it. It's a little bit different as a situation. It was a 19-point win for the Pacers in Game 1. You're looking for a bounce-back spot. I would look more towards the Bucks bouncing back in Game 3, taking them first half in full game, down 2-0 in the series against the Pacers rather than backing them today. For me, this is Pacers or no bet, especially if it's going to drop. If you're going to give me a 3.5, I am very much interested in the Pacers more than I am the Bucks, and I know exactly why. And usually be like, oh, I don't want to fade a big line movement. I can explain to you why the line's moving the way it is. It's still 4s on a lot of books, but if I can get a 3.5, I'm very interested in Indiana.
Fair. Oh, stupid autocorrect. Dingers. Oh, I was hungry. Dingers today. I mean, do we just go back to Lindor? Do we just go back to Lindor? No. How about a real one? Let's go with Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette's my dinger, Nick. Go ahead. Who's your dinger?
My dinger play for the day. I'm going to go with Lawrence Butler. I'll go with Lawrence Butler of the Oakland Athletics.
Pacers smash. Lean over Pacers. We don't fade the returning player Game 1. I didn't, but so be it. Over, and to be fair, I did not know that he was coming back. They announced that this morning. I bet this last night. Over 228.5. Literally playing, and they're still dogs. Tells you everything you need to know. They also just got blown out in their last one, so I don't know. Pacers -4. No, thank you. I'm on the opposite side. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Taco Tuesday. Hello, top restaurant for tacos.
I mean, I'm a simple man. I like Taco Bell, but that's
there was a taco place near one of my old apartments called Chubby's.
Oh, Chubby Tacos.
Chubby Tacos. Yes. Was really good. Anyways, though thought Lillard would play Game 1. He did not. Lindor isn't stupid. No, I know he's not a stupid one. Pretty sure. You can't trust Lillard first game after the blood clot. We'll see.
Yeah.
Trey Sweeney under hits. Cedric Mullen under singles. Bryce Harper under over doubles. Kyle Isbell over an RBI and Sholin over an RBI. And Jacob over an RBI. Player props. Go for it, dude. I'll see if they all make the official card. But probably will. Go for it. I'm a simple man. Jack in the box. I don't have a Jack in the box near me. All right, Nick. This one's gonna be ugly.
Me and you differ on this game. Let's talk about it. We have the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder are 14.5 point favorites in this game with a total of 229. And I'm just finding my number here for this one. I'll take that number there for sure over on ESPN Bet. Cool. Let's take a look at the line history in this one, where we are starting to see some 14s out there. Line opened up at a 14.5, got up to a 15, back down to a 14.5. Now we're seeing 14s. Line opened up to 29.5. It's down to a 228.5. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. 74% of tickets and 79% of cash is on the Thunder. Yet this line's moved a half point towards the Grizz in this game here. 76% of tickets and 73% of the cash is on the over in this one as well. And I fully understand why people would like the Thunder in this game. They won by 51 points in the last game. And for me, if this is not a step-up game for the Memphis Grizzlies, I don't know what is. Now, do I trust them for the full game? Fuck no. No, I don't. I do not trust the Memphis Grizzlies to hold on for a full 48 minutes. However, I think they keep it close for the first quarter and the first half. That's exactly where I went in this game here. And I have a feeling I'm going to be doubling up on both my spots in the NBA today. And this is the first one here. I got the first quarter at plus 4.5 at -105 over on Bet365. And I got the first half at plus 9.5 at -120, both on the Memphis Grizzlies. Show me something after a 51-point loss in the first game. That's all I'm asking. Give me 12 and 24 good minutes, and then you can fuck off in the second half for all I care. But I think this is a game where, coming off of a 51-point loss, I think the Memphis Grizzlies are must bet in this game. Early, at the very least. Yes, it can unravel late, and the Thunder can win by 20. Within 4 at the end of the first quarter, within 9 at the end of the first half. That's where I'm expecting this game to be. I'm on the Grizzlies in the first quarter, plus 4.5. Full first half, plus 9.5.
I'm on the Thunder. And the way I see it, if Memphis wanted a shot, they had to show me something in game number 1. Because we all knew Oklahoma City is the best team in basketball. I said that in the beginning. I said they were going to be the best team in basketball. And they are. On the same side, I think that in this series, you're going to watch it go Oklahoma City sweep, and the average size victory for the Thunder is going to be 21, 22 points. Like, they're going to win every game by 15 plus. I don't think any of the games are going to be close. And when it comes to it, Oklahoma City is just looking forward to that either series versus the Nuggets or Clippers coming up. I think this game's over by halftime. I think this is an absolute blowout. Thunder for me.
Fair. And I can understand people wanting the Thunder, but yeah.
I can only pick between Taco Bell, Chipotle, and California Tortillas where I'm at. Taco Bell is off the list altogether. That's so either Chipotle, Moe's, or Chubby Tacos. No value, no KC game. 6 playoffs, 51-point win. Trust me, there's some NBA rounds. This is why I'm a strong believer. 6 playoff teams per league. 6 playoff teams in the NBA per thing. Because you look at the 3-6 and the 4-5, the Nuggets Clippers series is going to be awesome. The Lakers,
the Warriors are fine.
The Lakers and the Minnesota series is going to be awesome. The two versus Warrior series could be interesting, but honestly, the Warriors whatever. But the 1-8 is going to be garbage. Same with the Eastern Conference. 1-8 and 2-7 are garbage. So, no, I've put the NBA to 6 playoff teams per conference. 30-point loss a day. Don't overthink it. Taking the Thunder. Yep. Grizzlies are passed. I'll take Lindor home run for the contest. Wasn't a bad trade-off for my Nerfy and Harper home run last time I did. There you go. Yesterday was the hockey jersey at Chipotle Day. I know. You sent that to me. I ended up so after work, me and Cameron were closing up. I looked at him and went, "You hungry?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "You want to go to Chipotle?" He goes, "Okay." I said, "Well, Jersey Day. Let's go." And I got a bowl. He got a burrito. And we ended up splitting the cost. Ended up being like $7 for dinner.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a bad spot for the Grizzlies. They are basically on a back-to-back. Well, don't play in the plans. Final NBA game, Nick.
And I have doubled up on this one as well. I really like game 2s. I think game 2s are the best games to bet in playoff series because you're going to have the overreactions to game 1s. And that's what I want to attack. And that's exactly what I'm attacking here in this game as well as what I'm attacking in the Memphis game. We have the Los Angeles Lakers. They opened up as 4.5-point favorites, went to a 5. Now we're seeing 5.5. We have this game opening up at a 215.5. It's now down to a 210.5. So we'll move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow. Usually the Lakers are the most public team on the board. 53% of tickets and 55% of cash is on them on the spread. So they are very much not public here on the spread. In the first game of the series, it was a 22-point win for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Cash plus 4.5. You cash the money line. I am on the flip side in this game here. And this is a couple things I like to back. Teams that get embarrassed in game 1 of the playoffs. Home teams when they lose game 1 in the playoffs. I think if you were on the Dallas Stars last night in the NHL, you have to be on the Lakers here tonight. Now, I understand. The Lakers are a favorite. The Stars were a dog. But if you were on the Dallas Stars from that angle last night that they got embarrassed in the first game and they bounced back in the second game, the Lakers must make your card today as well. And that's exactly what I did here in this spot. I'm on the Lakers in the first half at -3.5 and the Lakers full game -5.5. I think this is a Lakers smash spot in this game, and I look for them to take over in this spot. Now, is this me saying they're going to win the series? No. Is this me saying they're going to dominate and take over game 2? Yes. I think this is a 10-point game at halftime, and the Lakers win this game by 20 points. I think this is a blowout win for them in this spot. The line moving towards them. They're not public, which I love to see. Game 2s are the best games to bet in playoff series, especially when game 1's a blowout. So, yes, I'm on the Los Angeles Lakers in this game, -3.5, -110, -5.5 full game. -3.5 for the first half.
Lakers. And I was on the Timberwolves game 1. I took their money line game 1, and that was very, very nice. I was told that I was an idiot for taking them, actually. I was told that there was no way that the Timberwolves were going to win game 1, and they did. They blew them out. Lakers bounced back here. And you know what? If they don't, I will be okay with the T-Wolves taking a 2-0 lead and LeBron James getting closer and closer to elimination. But this is a bounce-back spot. LeBron's been here, done that. Luka, he's been to an NBA Finals. He's been there, done that. I think that the Lakers stable themselves after this game, and it goes to Minnesota 1-1. I think the Lakers win this game by double digits. Rolling with the Lakers here.
100% agree.
T-Wolves, Wolves, Ant-Man. Ant-Man's hilarious. Lakers are cooked, and LeBron needs to retire. LeBron does need to retire. Wolves money line. And here's the thing, Nick. Here's another thing I looked at. Last game, the line was a 4. The Wolves blew them out, and now it's a 5.5. Tells me everything I need to know. Stars didn't get embarrassed, really. In game 1, it was closer than the final score indicated.
The final score is 5-1, and they were never in that game. I truly believe the Stars were never in that game.
There you go. I was told that too, Tim, when I said Wolves last game. Yeah, right. I hate the fakers, the overrated team. The Wolf Pups annoy me. Do the opposite, whatever I say. There you go. Lakers give up rim protection for Luka. They get exposed. Wolf Pups will be probably up 3-1 before collapsing. Either way. All right, Nick, here's the deal. I'll introduce the games for hockey, and then I'll put the plays up on the site as you mentioned them. I will say for the games, I'm just following my series. I have the Devils, I have the Leafs, I have Vegas, I have Tampa. Those are the teams I have winning the series. So, but Nick, Devils and Canes. The Canes -260, 5.5 the total. I know there's some injuries on the Devils side of this game.
Yeah, no Brendan Dillon and no Luke Hughes for the New Jersey Devils in this game. That is a major, major loss in the blue line to where their new third pairing for the blue line is Simone Nemec and Dennis Cholofsky. Dennis Cholofsky was a healthy scratch on the Islanders this year. So that tells you what the Islanders thought about Cholofsky. And when I saw those injuries, I already had the Carolina team total over 3.5 at +110. I've added to it. I've doubled up on the Carolina Hurricanes in this spot. I'm on the team total over 3.5, and I add the puck line at +110 or +105. My bad. Over on ESPN Bet. I think this is a game that Carolina blows them out, and like I've said from the start of the series, it's going to be Carolina game 1 and game 2. You back New Jersey first period full game in game 3. They're going to win that one, and then the Carolina Hurricanes are going to take game 4, and they're going to finish out in Raleigh in game 5. So I see this as a gentleman's sweep in this series, with the Devils only winning game 3. And I am back on the Carolina Hurricanes. I was on them on the -1 line in the first game. I'm back on them here on the puck line this time, and the team total over. I think this is something along the lines of 4-1, 5-1 Hurricanes.
At least, you know what? At least the puck line's not that bad. So you want the puck line here?
Puck line.
All right, +105. I'll let you go to the chat, and then I'll introduce the next game.
Let's take a look. Canes, Devs, 4-2 exact score. I don't hate that at all. Do not hate that at all. The team total cashes, the puck line cashes. Yep. I got Canes 3-way -140 times -165. There you go. Canes puck line, Canes team total over. Freddie Anderson starting game 2. I don't see why not. Like at this point, I think the Hurricanes have to lose before Kochetkov gets in. The opening total for St. Louis game 3 is 5. Yeah. And I'm going to be, and that'll be a last gasp bet for me on the St. Louis Blues in the first period in the full game. Because I will look for the Blues to be desperate in that game. And I will be on St. Louis first period and full game. Carolina and Reg. Oilers to win the series at +195 is nice. Yeah. If you also, damn it, I never took it. Totally forgot to bet it. I was hyping it up and never bet it. Kings to win game 1, Oilers to win the series at +320. So, damn, that's annoying. But, hey, it is what it is. Next game, though.
Yes. Nick, it's our TikTok bet series. The loser, I have the Leafs, you have the Senators. The loser of this series has to do a TikTok dance of the other person's choice. So this one's got a lot of implications on it, so it should be fun. I'm obviously on the Leafs. They're -190, 5.5 total. Obviously, I'm not betting the lines of this, but I bet I would be on the Leafs puck line. But Nick, go ahead.
I think in game 1, what we saw was an Ottawa team that has no playoff experience, and we saw it on full display there. I think they learned from those mistakes. They took way too many penalties in that game. The Leafs got 5 power plays in that game compared to 1 for Ottawa, or 6. I think it was either 5-1 or 6-1 power plays in favor of Toronto there, and Toronto potted 3 power play goals. I think Ottawa makes adjustments from game 1, and they stay out of the box. They don't give the Leafs as many opportunities in game 2. And they take game 2 here in the spot. Because you look at 5-on-5 in that game, in game 1, it was pretty even. And there was some spots where the Senators were the better team 5-on-5. It was just stupid penalties and undisciplined play that cost Ottawa game 1. I think they make the adjustments they need to, and they take game 2 here in the spot. I took the Ottawa Senators last night. I got it at +160, I want to say. Let me go ahead. +160. It's now down to a 140. I would still advocate for them here. Anything, if you can get at least a 140, 145 range, I'd still advocate for the Senators. I think that this is going to be a better performance for them today than we saw in game 1. I think they stay out of the box. They don't give a million power plays to the Leafs, and we keep this game more on 5-on-5 where it was a more competitive game. And I think the Ottawa Senators take care of business and get the win in this one. And it goes back to Ottawa tied 1-1. If not, I'll be on the Senators first period and full game in Ottawa game 1. And I'll probably be on them game 3 regardless. But it would be a double up if they lose this game.
I will say the Senators took 15 penalties. Toronto took 9.
Okay, there was a bunch of misconducts and bullshit.
There was a bunch of those, but yeah. There was a lot of penalties.
It was 6 power plays for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yep.
There you go. I'll let you go to the chat. I'll keep updating the site because the chat's yours during hockey.
Yep. Draw/Sens. I agree. Sens money line. Tim is going to have to break out the coconuts once the Sens win the series. Love that.
I mean, I'll do whatever, dance. I have to.
Please, for the love of God, don't take 6 penalties. Right? Right? Omar looked kind of the whole team looked overwhelmed in game 1. So I think in game 2, they have game 1 under their belt now. We're going to get a much better Ottawa Senators team tonight. Sens and the under should be more defensive 5-on-5 play. Yes, I could see this game going under the total as well. And maybe if my cap is that they play more 5-on-5, they don't take as many penalties. Everybody just saw the Leafs score 6 goals in the last game. So obviously their team total has to go over tonight. Yeah, no, okay, never mind. team total under 3.5 is -150 over on DraftKings. I'm good. But I can see this as a 3-2 win for the Sens tonight. The Sens defense is trash. They don't have the puck. They don't move the puck well, and they don't get shots to the net. Yeah. Ex-Sabre Cousins anytime goal. Yeah. The Senators have one of the qualifications to win the cup this year, and you need an ex-Sabre, which ex-Sabres in these playoffs are what? Jack Eichel for, and there's Dylan Cousins. There's Victor Olofsson for Vegas. There is, I'm trying to remember who else. But yeah, there's plenty of ex-Sabres out there. Sam Reinhart on Florida. Yeah, but we'll move on. Next game, Tim.
Yeah, Battle of Florida. Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning slight -115, 5.5 total, and I believe this is the first game of the series.
Yes.
No? Yes.
This is the last year. This is the last series to start. Which is
just to think that there's
-150.
There's some teams that already played 2 games already. That's kind of weird.
Yep. There's already series heading back the other way, and this one hasn't even started yet. And looking at this matchup for me, the ultimate question mark here for the Florida Panthers is injuries, actually, and it's only one guy. It's Matthew Tkachuk. Is Matthew Tkachuk available and ready to go for this game? I don't think it matters. I don't. It would be very beneficial for the Florida Panthers to have Tkachuk in the lineup, but I think regardless, Tkachuk, no Tkachuk, the Lightning win. And I got the Lightning at -110 last night. I am very, very high on this Lightning team. I have them in the Cup against Colorado. I have them to win the East at 7-1. I have them to win the Cup at 14-1. I am very, very high on this Lightning team this year, and we get it started with them winning Game 1 here against Florida, going after a little bit of revenge of last year. Remember, Florida, gentlemen, swept the Lightning 4-1, with the Lightning only winning Game 4, down 3-0 in the series. So that's something to keep in mind as well. What's the difference between this year's Lightning team and last year's Lightning team? Jake Gensel. You replace you replace Steven Stamkos with Jake Gensel. You get younger. You get more talent. You get more skilled. You have more goal scoring ability with him compared to what you had with Stamkos. And I think it was a major benefit here for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I think that, and also Vasilevsky is playing much better this year than he did last year. He's back to his Vezina caliber self, and I think and we're going to get playoff Vasilevsky this year as well. So I am on the Tampa Bay Lightning on the -110 money line in this spot to take the 1-0 series lead over the Panthers.
So I hear Lightning puck line at +220.
No, you do not.
Done.
You hear Lightning money line, like I said.
All right, fine.
Let's see. Jeff Skinner, yes. Eric Robinson, yes. There's a couple ex-Sabres. Omark, there's another ex-Sabre. I think Evander Kane was. I'm not 100% sure.
You guys suck. Shut up.
Taylor Hall for the Carolina Hurricanes. There's another.
All right,
ex-Sabre.
can we stop listing ex-Sabres that are in the playoffs and move on?
No, we can't. We can't include the ones that have won the cup after leaving Buffalo. Only guys who were traded before the playoffs this year. Okay, so that would be Dylan Cousins. Am I missing anybody?
I don't remember.
Eric Johnson. There you go. There's another one. Tampa money line. Yes, it's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be a great series. Jake Gensel known to be clutch in the playoffs. Yes, I like it. Lightning money line. Yanni Gord anytime goal. Bro, where y'all been? We've been right here the whole time. We've been here for the last 2 hours and 19 minutes. Could be a tight one. That's what she said. 4-3, 3-2. There you go. I like it. Final game on the card, though, Tim.
The Wild and the Knights. The Knights are -240, 5.5 is your total. I'll give this statement about this game. 3 things are guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Minnesota Wild fans complaining about the refs. Go ahead.
Alrighty then. And I have three words to say about this game. Let's get wild. Let's get wild. Yeah, I'm rocking the Wild jersey for a reason today. I'm on Minnesota at plus 200. I think this line's a little ridiculous. And one thing we saw in the first game, they were competitive in that game. The difference is Vegas scored on the power play. That was the difference in the game. They scored 2 power play goals. And don't let that 4-2 score fool you. That game was 3-2. They scored the empty net goal with 0.1 seconds left in the game. That was a close, competitive game, and I don't think Vegas should be laying minus 240 in this game. And I guarantee you, regardless of the result in this game, I will be on the Minnesota Wild in Game 3. Because what do we get with the Minnesota Wild? Death, taxes, and Game 3 wins at home. We always see them win Game 3 at home. Always. They'll lose 4-1 in this series, potentially. They'll win Game 3, damn it. And I do expect them to do that. And I expect when they do that, for them to be up 2-1 in the series. I think Minnesota is more live in this series than people think they are. Game 1 did not scare me at all. With me thinking that the Wild win this series. It made me a little bit more confident because you play a close, competitive game in a hostile environment like T-Mobile Arena. This Minnesota Wild team can steal a game in Vegas. They absolutely can. And I think they do in this one here. I'm on the plus 200 here with Minnesota.
I got 198 on the site for you.
Awesome.
But go Knights, go. That's what she said. Oh, it could be a typo. Draw, Wild money line.
I could see the draw. I could definitely see a Minnesota win in overtime.
That's what she said. Vegas puck line. Vegas team total over. The Wild do not have the same depth as VGK. Hey, you don't have to convince me. I'm somebody who has Vegas going to the Cup. So that's just me. I faded Minnesota in the playoffs. Last game, it worked. I'm going to try it again.
Fair.
Vegas in the under. There you go. All right, Nick. I don't know about you. I'm done. I'm done with today. Today's card, 2 hours, 22 minutes. I think it's time to head out and see how tonight goes. We'll be back again tomorrow, or Nick will be back. I think I'm probably not going to be here tomorrow, but I'll probably be back. What's today? I'll be back Thursday, but we'll see you guys then. Good luck, everybody.